association in the world today dealing with technology, engineering, education. We have representatives or members, I should say, from 21 countries worldwide. Most of the people in education don't understand this, nor do they have a perspective of what technology education is. I have a colleague here today, Dr. Philip Reed. Phil, would you stand, please, or be recognized? Phil is on our board of directors and is very much interested in STEM education and a leader in the STEM movement in the U.S. as well as worldwide. He's just returned from Kuwait in working with that country in developing engineering by design courses for their schools. Another one of my backgrounds is I served a few years ago as director of the ITEA's Technology for All Americans project. That was a project funded through ITEA from the National Science Foundation and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration in the U.S. to develop standards, nationally developed standards in technology education, to develop technological literacy for all students. Those have been translated into 6 languages, including Chinese. So we are very pleased with that. Another point of that is that we worked very closely with the National Academy of Engineering in the U.S. during that process. Our chair of the advisory committee was Dr. William Wolf, who was president of the National Academy of Engineering in the U.S. then, and he was a champion of what we were trying to do. Bill brought a perspective from engineering to our group and challenging from the group, and we had reviews from the engineering field at every step along the way as we developed and validated those standards. So we're very proud of them. Let me divert now and say, I don't believe that we have enough doing in schools today. I think that we are so busy with knowing, and as most of the standards in the U.S. say, that the standards should include the content of what every child should know and be able to do in order to be literate or capable or able to do in that particular discipline. So we have moved from a know and do to really a know environment in the U.S., and our education is primarily cognitive based. So we have our antenna up right now, many of us do, that we need to most certainly keep the knowing part, the cognitive part, but we also must involve doing. The kids, the students, need to be able to work with their hands, and they need to be able to understand not only how to make something, but how to design it and maintain it during the whole design process. So that's where I think is important. Well, certainly, our effort, more recently, my effort, has been working with a research project to look at what level of doing is taking place in the schools in the U.S. So we have identified randomly a number of science teachers, math teachers, technology teachers, and engineering teachers, STEM teachers, and giving us their input on the level of doing that they are currently using in their classes. Here's 3 points of the data that we found. 99% of those surveyed, the thousands that we surveyed from science, technology, engineering, and math, have said that they think that doing is an important part of education. 94% of the teachers said that, or responded, that if they had more time and funds, that they would be doing activities more and more in their classroom. And finally, the very positive thing is that the research shows that most of the doing that's taking place is taking place in engineering education and technology education, not so much in science education or mathematics education. The maker education movement is an excellent way of including hands-on, minds-on activities in schools today. The maker education movement creates thinking and innovation within the child. There's an inherent motivation when the child learns how to do something. Sometimes they fail, but failure is a way of learning. The maker movement, or the maker education effort, inspires students to do real-world problem solving through ill-defined problems that relate to human needs and wants. In fact, that is close to our definition of technology, is that we view technology as the way that humans modify the world, change it, to satisfy human wants and needs. I would like to thank the organizers of this conference for inviting me to be a participant here. I really look forward to the conference because we're learning much more from the maker movement, which has been in the U.S. for a number of years. We wish from you, hopefully, you will continue to inspire and motivate the future generations of the future so that they become innovators and better citizens in our global society. Thank you.